Hello and welcome to the channel. My name's Simon and I'm here with Brett.
Hello.
Now today we're going to be taking a look at this lot here that I bought from auction last year. It's one of those ones where I bought it, I said we're going to do some stuff with it, but other things kept coming in and I kept putting it off, and now that we've got a bit more time on our hands, I'm getting around to doing some of these ones that I've put off a bit. Now I'm doing these because right now most of the world is in lockdown, right? And one rule that I've always got about buying at auction is always go to the viewing day. Now with this lot,
you didn't do it.
I didn't go. I couldn't do it at the time, but I was planning to buy a lot of items at this auction. I think there was like 5 or 6 different lots I wanted, and this one came up, I think this one came up quite early on those 6 that I wanted, and I bid on, I wasn't actually going for this one, but I thought, well, if I was buying a load of other stuff anyway, I'll pick this up and then I might do something with it. Unfortunately, on the day this was the only lot I managed to get.
Just one quick thing. Isn't this the 3rd video you're making of an auction pickup that you didn't do your rule?
Yeah. And
in a row.
Yeah, but this was a year ago. So the other ones were recent. But this
still in a row.
Yeah, but this is a bit different because not only did I not go to the viewing day, but I also didn't pick this up because it was only one lot. I got them to post it to me. Now the reason I'm doing this video like this is because right now most auction houses have closed, but there are some that are doing auctions online where you cannot go to the viewing day and you can only see their pictures. So I've put this out in the exact same way that it was out on the online catalogue when I bought it, because I took a photo of it at the time and I've recreated it exactly as it was. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to read you the description that was in the catalogue, and I want you to look at this and see what you can actually see in this lot. But not only that, I want you to see what you can't see in this lot.
How can you see what we can't see?
Well, think about it. If you were looking at this, right, there's things you can't see, so things you don't know. So what do you definitely know is here, and what don't you know is here? Now I'm going to read you the description, and let's see how well you get on. And then we're going to look at this and see how well I actually did on the day. Right, so the description is: a Nintendo Game Boy and 5 games in Nintendo carry case, together with a PlayStation with 3 controllers, 7 Sega Mega Drive games and 15 PS2 games, some platinum. Okay, so did you actually pay attention to that, Brett?
Say the last part again.
I'll read it again one more time for Brett who doesn't pay attention.
And just in case you didn't hear. But then again, you could rewind the video.
Nintendo Game Boy and 5 games in Nintendo carry case, together with a PlayStation with 3 controllers, 7 Sega Mega Drive games and 15 PS2 games, some platinum. So, come on, Brett, what did you hear?
There's 5 Game Boy games with the Game Boy there.
Right, but what can you see? This is exactly as it was in the picture, mind. So if you were bidding right, there's auctions out there now where all you can see is the photograph on the computer. Now, what are auction houses gonna show you?
The best parts.
The best parts. What are they gonna not quite show you?
Parts that may not work.
Right. So what can you see? What can you see out of that? What I just told you?
Well, from the angle, the best I can do, it probably would have been, you can only see 3 Game Boy games.
Right. So you don't know what they all are.
Then also, you can't see all of the Mega Drive games.
Okay. What else can't you see?
Well, you may not be able to see if the Game Boy or the PlayStation works, or the controllers.
Right. Well, you wouldn't be able to see that.
And then also, you may not be able to see every game,
You've said that.
PlayStation 2 game, but it looks like there are more than 15.
Right. There is more than 15. There's 1, 2, 3,
I did count
4,
them, but I
5,
can't remember what
6,
counted.
7, 8, 9,
Is it
10,
17?
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 boxes here.
I was right!
But is there 17 games?
Maybe not.
No?
Maybe
Right.
it's 15 games.
Should we start from the front and then we'll work back and we'll
Right.
show what we've got, okay? So first of all, we've got some controllers here.
This
right?
isn't an actual PlayStation
So this is a
3
third
controller.
party 4 games controller, and he looks alright, but I haven't tested this yet.
I wouldn't think that would be comfortable.
It'd be just the same as any others.
Really?
Then we've got
D-pad is sticking out.
2 PlayStation controllers,
Grey,
right?
white. Plugs.
And we've got a PlayStation 2 iToy. Okay?
One half is that.
It's like a camera, it follows your moves and you can play certain games with it.
And what good's they going to do for this?
Nothing for this, is for the PlayStation 2. Now this is the PlayStation 1. Okay? I've tested this and it works. Okay?
That's a
So
good thing.
thankfully it works. Now inside here is Crash Bandicoot 2. Wasn't
Oh.
listed on the thing.
Cortex Strikes Back.
So you've got Crash Bandicoot 2 in here.
Cortex Strikes Back.
Seriously.
Yeah,
It wasn't listed on there. There's no box for it. What else don't I have, Brett?
Don't know.
Well, how would I plug this into the TV or the mains?
It doesn't have the plugs.
Yeah, and doesn't have an aerial or nothing. So
Or
I have
TV.
I have controllers, and it also came with a memory card, which is still up in the office. But there's no leads, there's no power cable, and there's no AV cable. So if you bought this thinking you were going to get a console to use straight away, you'd be wrong, because they didn't tell you the leads were missing in that description, did they?
Nope.
And the photograph did not show you that those leads were missing. And the thing is with auctions, is a rule is, you have to make yourself satisfied with what you are buying. So if you haven't looked at everything, and you've bought it and found out later that things are missing, they count that as being your fault, you should have gone and looked. But in these times where you can't go and look, makes things a little bit more difficult.
So it's their fault.
No, because they're not telling you they're there.
That's the point.
And they're not telling you they're not. You'll have to look at the pictures. And if you can't see it, you have to assume that maybe things are not there. So this doesn't have those wires. But this does work because I have my original PlayStation 1 and I tried it with my wires I already had. The difference between this one and mine is my spindle, I suppose you call it, in the middle. Mine broke a few little bits off where this is in good condition. So I'm going to keep that and use it myself anyway.
Oh, that's a better PlayStation than the one you had.
No, it's not better, it's just alright.
It's not
Right.
broken.
Let's go to the PlayStation 2 games now, shall we?
Alright,
Now I'm not going to open them all.
fine.
The reason is, I've opened them all before. All of these have their manuals.
Except for the ones back.
No. All of these have their manuals. All of these have their games. I'll show you what the games are in about one moment. But this one has no game. Now you wouldn't tell that from a photo, would you?
What does it say there?
Well, that's something somebody's wrote down at some point. So there's
okay,
there's
they
no
damaged
game.
the thing.
So there's no game there. But you wouldn't know that from the picture. This is why you have to go and view things, because you won't know. Now, this also shows the good points of buying things in bulk and the bad points. Now the reason is, I forgot what I bought with all this, and I recently bought this from a charity shop again. So we got Tomb Raider, the Angel of Darkness. I couldn't read that for a second. I should have read it before I picked it up, shouldn't I? Like you should. But it's all in there. We've got Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, a game that I already have.
Probably multiple times.
Simpsons Hit and Run, a game I already have.
Except for, do we have it like that?
No, we have the original.
See, we now got a new Simpsons here in Platinum.
Daredevil, which you might like, got Mini in that. You like Minis, don't you?
Please don't tell us one day you break minis.
I don't know. Ultimate Casino.
Oh, I was wrong, it is.
Need for Speed Underground 2, which we already have. Driving in Motion Type S, which I think I got that on a different console though. I got Xbox 360 I had it on, didn't I?
Oh, we now have that.
London Racer 2, which we already have.
Please tell me don't bring this many.
Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. Need for Speed Underground, which we already have. Formula 1 2001, which we already have. Crash Bandicoot, The Wrath of Cortex, which we already have.
I think we have it twice.
The Getaway, we already have. And then we've got the iToy Play.
Wait, do we have it in Platinum?
No, we've got that original, I think.
We now have a different one then.
And then we've got Sonic Heroes, again, which we already have. Right, now we'll move on to these games here. So we've got Tomb Raider 2 for the PlayStation 1. We didn't already have this. Your mum's keeping that. So it's all there. Everything's in the box. Then we've got these Mega Drive games. So everything's in there. They're all boxed and everything. So we've got PGA Tour Golf 2. World of Loot. Oh, hang on. No, I might have got that wrong, didn't I? Yeah. They're not all complete. Some of them are missing manuals. World of Illusion. That's because we've got this game coming up again in another lot. Which is another reason why buying bulk is good but bad. Because you can buy stuff cheaper, but you end up with a lot of doubles. So World of Illusion, Mickey Mouse. We got John Madden Football 93. Sonic the Hedgehog 2. That's another.
Sonic 2 the Hedgehog. Where it looks like spelled.
Hockey 93 or NHLPA, National Hockey, whatever that stands for. I'm not American, so I don't know. Sensible Soccer, which I've already got, and Sonic the Hedgehog.
Which we've already got.
Which is why
twice.
We've got it more than twice.
Oh.
Which is why I'm not buying in bulk so often anymore. Now, if I move that to one side, and I have a reason for that. First up, we'll look at the carry case. Carry case, basic little thing. Place down here for your Game Boy, and up here a space for your games. Nice little thing. I'm going to make use out of that. Now we'll do these games and Brett's going to tell you what they are.
Because so far, if you notice, I haven't done anything because of somebody. So we have Super Mario Land, Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins, Tetris 2, Popeye, and Super 105 in 1. Now, I think we have that one twice, done, once, never.
Right. The two Super Mario Land games we do have.
I think
Popeye we didn't have, so
we do now.
We've kept that in our collection. Tetris 2 we didn't have. This one is like it's got loads of different games on it, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and.
No.
It did.
I didn't.
Yes, it did, because I played it on here. Alright, so this one was something that I probably wouldn't go out of my way to buy normally, but because it was in here, I've played it, I actually quite enjoyed using it, so we're keeping that one. So that's 3 games out of 5 that we're actually keeping. Now, we get on to this. Now what couldn't you tell from the photo?
If it works.
Couldn't tell if it works. What else couldn't you tell?
That.
Thanks, Brett. Right, so by looking, excuse me, by looking at the pictures, you can't tell if it works, and people often wonder why, when I talk about these handhelds, why I often say, oh, the back is on there and stuff like that. That's because
I don't think anybody's asked that.
they have. You asked me why I kept mentioning it once.
Fair point.
Right, so that means somebody's asked me then, doesn't it?
There's no more because there's one.
Well, I've had more than one person ask me in person.
Fair point.
But sometimes the backs are missing. Now this could be for a number of reasons. Maybe they broke the clip on the back or something else.
Maybe just somebody wanted to sell it elsewhere.
So I always mention if they've got them. In here is quite clean. There's no corrosion or anything like that. Inside here is quite clean as well. Now I'm going to get 4 batteries. I'll put them in. Yeah, don't worry about that.
Panasonic.
I've just put that in the wrong way.
Put a daffy.
Right. Now you got me questioning myself now.
Why?
Whether I did it the right way or not.
When you use Moland. I don't see anything wrong with this game.
I just got the first one that came to me. Right. So now I'll turn it on, and as you see, the screen works. Now,
good start.
and the speaker is working. Now when I first tried this, that is as loud as it go. It won't go any louder than that. Now I think that if I had this on another Game Boy, it'd be slightly louder.
That would be a good thing to have if you're on a bus or a plane. Because you won't get somebody to come over to you and say, lower the volume.
Alright.
Because it's not loud enough.
But
if you got any volume lower,
on the screen itself,
nothing.
Right. On the screen itself, there's no dead pixels. You can hear the sound. It's not too quiet. It's not too bad. But
scratch that. Maybe somebody would ask you to lower the volume.
I can't see from this angle very well.
Why not?
But he's working. So the only thing really wrong with this is it's missing the back. But other than that, like I said, no dead pixels. The sound is coming out. It's actually better this time than the first time I tried it out. It was quieter the first time. So maybe there was something blocking it, or a bit of dust in there or something has come out. I don't know.
More dust.
So he works, but you just couldn't see that that was missing. So this is the thing. Now, the other problem with buying it blind and not picking it up yourself is you have to get it posted. Now, right now, the auctions that are doing the auctions are offering postage. But you have to remember that whatever you bid on this is subject to a buyer's premium. Then you have to also pay the auction house to pack your item and to post it. So let me just give you a quick thing. The hammer price on all this lot was £55. My buyer's premium was £11.88 on that. But then because of the fact that I wanted it posted to me, it ended up costing another, let me see, they charged me quite a fair bit of money on this. They cost me another £20, well £27.37 they charged me to package this and post it. Now only a small part of that is the postage itself. The rest of it is what they charge for you, for them putting it into a box in the first place. So it does mount up a bit. So that means that something you bid £55 for could end up being £100 or slightly more.
Maybe 1,000.
It doesn't jump that much.
How do you know? Maybe it costs 55.
What do you mean, how do I know?
Then maybe you let it there for a bit.
So,
then you ask them to post it. Then you do those other things. Might mount up. Eventually.
So if there is anybody out there who's interested in going to auctions, I thoroughly recommend going to auctions. They're really fun. But right now, you have to be more wary about what the items are like, how much they're going to cost you. And I showed you an item that's on at the moment, didn't I? And I showed it to Brett and he said he really liked it, but I got him to look at it a bit more closely, and things were damaged and things were missing, and that was just what we could tell. So if you are going now, just be careful of what you're buying, really take care of looking, but I would personally recommend waiting till we can actually go and visit the auctions in person. So if you like this kind of thing, We've got one more auction lot of games that we're going to be doing soon. Well, there might be a couple more after that. I'll have to see what's around and what Brett wants to do. But for now, if you like what we do, please share, subscribe, leave us a comment, tell us what you think. Tell us what you'd like to see in the future. We're going to be playing video games together soon, and we've played some board games. There's, the Wacky Blasters Blasting Count one was probably one of our funniest videos, because Brett went a bit nuts on that.
And so did you.
Please check out some of our other videos. Come back soon, but for now we'll see you again. Bye bye.
Bye.